SR&BG, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I got an email, and this person wanted me to explain that. What would happen if somebody had a weapon, let's say a pistol, and they pulled the trigger, and it said bang? They aimed it at one of the chosen, they pulled the trigger, and it said bang. What would happen? If the chosen one was taken out, would that contradict everything that the Most High say? Yes, that will make the Most High the most lie. And the Most High is not the most lie, so no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Let me explain what will happen if you're caught inside of the bear trap. You didn't avoid the bear trap. You didn't read all of the signs. You're a chosen one. The Most High loves you, but you're trapped inside the bear trap. What would happen? Let me tell you this story, right? So one night, I went to sleep. I wake up inside of a dream, but I knew that this wasn't a regular dream. This was a vision. I've had visions in the past, so I knew that this was spiritual. In this vision, I'm sitting inside of a chair. I had on no clothes, and I'm excited. I'm waiting on somebody. I knew that this was sex, and I had a small gift for them that was in my lap as I sat inside this chair in this dingy motel room. I could tell it was a motel room because of the single bed and a broken lamp that was sitting on top of the dresser, the old painting, the smell. I could even smell inside of this vision. I'm waiting on this person. I couldn't see him. I'm excited. I decide to open the box. When I opened the box, a black widow came out, and she crawled on my leg. I tried to move, but I realized I couldn't move, and she was going to do what she wanted to do. She was headed towards my penis. I already knew that she was going to crawl on my penis and bite it, and I was going to be out of there. I already knew. And I woke up out of that. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. As soon as I woke up, I knew to start praying. If you ever have a nightmare like that, start praying and rebuke that moment. That's what I did. I forgot about it. I think I thought about it throughout the day, but over the days, I forgot about it. At this time, I'm the man in downtown Long Beach. All I do is wake up in the morning, work out for a couple of hours, come back and make money and smoke and talk to different females and stuff. I met this one female. She was getting off the train, and she was real fine, but the first time I seen her, I was afraid of her. This wasn't the first time I seen her. This was the first time that we was crossing each other's path, and I was like, I'ma talk to her. The first time I seen her, she didn't see me, and I got real nervous for some reason. Have you ever was afraid of somebody for some reason? You didn't know why. I mean, she couldn't hurt me or she wasn't a threat, but I was just nervous of her. And at this time, my confidence was up. You hear what I'm saying? I probably would have tried to spit game to Aphrodite's or some shit at that time. I had so much damn confidence. So I didn't know what was going on. But this day, as we're about to pass each other, I decided I'm not going to let her pass me without introducing myself. I did that. And then we became cool. She became a customer. She liked smoking weed. She had a cool job. She lived, I'm not going to say where she lived. I don't want nobody to know nobody business, but she lived not too far from me. So we exchanged numbers, and she's coming over to the house. I never went to her house before or anything like that. And every time she's about to come over, I'm feeling sexual and nervous. like paranoid. I'm thinking that somebody's gonna pop out. She's one of them females that get guys set up and stuff like that. I was always on guard, and I decided not to sleep with her. It was just gonna be business. I introduced myself. She pretty cool. She really didn't talk about the stuff that I talked about, but she was really cool and really beautiful, and she liked me, right? She lusted me. At that time, I was working out real hard. Well, I'm still working out real hard, but I'm saying I was still having the body gains. I remember the night, man. She called. She was gonna come get something. It was in the 10 o'clock hour, probably like 10:20, 10:35 or something like that. And when she called, as soon as I seen her number, this heat, it came over my chest. And it was all in my body, this intense lust. It was like so much lust, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. She was about to come get something, and then I hurried up and called her back. I said, hey, how about I deliver it to you and I deliver you something else? And she said, cool. So I didn't even have to drive. I walked. Another reason I walked is because I was cheating on my woman at the time. I couldn't just move the car and, they would have figured something out. So about 11:30, I got up and I headed to her place. I'm walking fast too. I'm thinking about lust. I know that look, the spirit of lust was on me so heavy that I knew that that wasn't me. I was thinking about the freakiest things to do with her, sucking her toes and licking all over her body, things that I wouldn't even do with a woman that I'm not involved with. You hear what I'm saying? Them relationship things is what I was having visions of. I was fit to give it all to her. And I'm walking, and I remembered that I don't got the code to the gate, and I don't know the exact number of her apartment. But I'm not tripping because I'm about to text her. So I'm on the corner. I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna say the corner. I'm on the corner of Pacific and Anaheim up in Long Beach, and I started texting this woman, right? And then while I'm texting her to see what the gate code is, because you needed a code to punch inside the gate, and her apartment number, because I was just going to come up. I never been there before. Um, I see a Mexican guy in the middle of the street pushing a truck, right? A big red truck. And something said, go help the Mexican guy. Remember, this video is about no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and what would happen if you're already inside the bear trap. The trigger is already pulled. What would happen? I'm telling you. So I look to my left, and it's the Mexican dude. I look to my right, and it's the destination, the apartment building. It's a big apartment building. The apartment building I'm supposed to go to. I went to the Mexican man. He wouldn't have been able to push the truck to the gas station down the street if I wouldn't have helped him. But I helped him. And then when we got to the gas tank, I dug in my pocket and I realized that I dropped my phone. So I said, oh, amigo, I dropped my phone, and I started hurrying up to backtrack. I'm even in the streets and stuff. It's a couple of cars driving by looking at me crazy, and I spot my phone. I pick up my phone, and it was ran over. I didn't even really care about the phone being ran over as much as still getting to this woman's house. I get the phone, and I'm still walking to her place, and I'm trying to press it, but the screen is totally, totally cracked up. It's a wrap. I'm at the front gate. I'm waiting for somebody to come out. Nobody came out. I realized that I'm inside of Eastside Longo Hood. So I said, damn, let me get back to where I have to go. And still, while I'm walking back to my place, I'm looking for people to let me borrow their phone, and I needed to get to her place, but I just couldn't. Man, I went to the house that night and I fapped. I masturbated. Man, like 3 times. You hear what I'm saying? It was a heavy energy on me. And that was that. About a year and a half later, all praises to the Most High, He's so good. About a year and a half later, I'm on a train. I'm coming back from LA. I don't know what I was doing, but I'm coming back from LA. And I see this one woman. She have her head inside of her lap, inside her head, inside of her, like her knees. You know how people be. And then she just rocking and shaking her head. And I'm like, something must be wrong with her. And then when she lifted her head up, it was old girl. She had full-blown AIDS at that time. She was going to St. Mary's. She was about to get off on Anaheim and go die. When I went to Phoenix after that, because I went to Phoenix a couple of months after that, and they said that that woman, because some people know about her, they said that that woman, she checked out about a week after she went to the hospital that day. I was like, wow. Yeah, I was inside of the bear trap, man. If she wanted me to take the rubber off, I would have, because I was under demonic influence, man. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt that heat that come over you and you just want to give it to him? You see, I felt that with old girl. There was nothing that I could do about it. You hear what I'm saying? She was the exact type that I lust after. See, Satan know exactly who to send at you. Look, I can also add to this video the STD tactic. Yeah, because she was a part of the STD tactic. You see, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, even with the STD tactic. Yes, Satan is so low. He come to kill, steal, and destroy, and he will do that by any means. He is low. Satan ain't in the ground. So why do they say the devil is in the ground? That shows you how damn low he will go. Yes, they will send people with STDs. They sent this woman to me. She already had AIDS back then. You don't just get it one year and die the next year. She already had it when I was walking to her damn house. But you see, the Most High says that He will always give you a way out. Just imagine if I was racist and said, I'm not finna help that Mexican man. Like, why should I help the Mexican man when I can go sleep with this woman? Remember, the reason that the phone broke is because I helped the Mexican man. The phone fell out my pocket and somebody ran it over. Now I can't even, the Most High totally disconnected me from that sickness. She was one of they sicklings. Yes, they send sicklings. There's people right now that's inside of the hospice that has things and they get recruited. They know exactly what they doing. There's prostitutes that's sick. There's transsexual prostitutes that's sick that travel all around America just to give people their dose of sickness. And there's a lot of people that fall victim to that. I almost did, but you know what? No weapon formed against us shall prosper, even if they pull the trigger. See, that trigger was already pulled for me. Wasn't the trigger already pulled for Daniel when he went into the lion's den? They wasn't threatening him with the lion's den. They wasn't hanging him over the lion's den. He was in it. Meshach, and Abednego. I hope I got them names right. Because if I have another son, I'm going to name him one of them damn names. I think it's going to be Abednego. I hope that's the right name. They was in it. They was in the fire. I was in the fire. Man, I'm so glad that I hope that Mexican man, because that woman looked like Smeagol. She had this thick, beautiful, wavy hair, man. That's what attracted me to her. And these thick, dark eyebrows. So exotic. When she lifted her head up, she did not look nothing like that, man. Look, all of the beauty of her hair got short and stringy. Like she got a damn bad perm. Her skin, man, it had a gang of little white spots all over her, man. Like she looked it bad. And she looked at me, and it's like soon as she like figured out that it was me, she just put her head down in shame. I didn't say hi or nothing. I just was so shocked, and I felt so sorry for her. And that night just kept rewinding back in my mind, like even to this day, man. I'm telling you, if you're one of the chosen ones, you don't supposed to be here. But we're here because no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I got a lot of stories about surviving the bullet when the trigger was already pulled. I'm not talking about nobody threatening or nothing. I'm talking about it. That trigger is pulled. Yes, something will happen. To answer that person's question, if somebody got a pistol and they pull the trigger, then something will happen. I don't know what would happen. They might pull out the gun and the police come around the corner and take them out. You understand what I'm saying? So many times a gun jammed, he aimed for the head, but come to find out he only shot him in the shoulder. Yeah, it hurts, but he'll be cool. Stuff like that. But you best believe that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And another thing you best believe. Let me talk about this for a minute. Another thing you best believe is that they send their sicklings, physical sicklings and spiritual sicklings. Look, this is what they'll do to a woman. Look, they do this to women all the time. Look, especially in places like Houston, Atlanta, Miami, LA. Check this out, right? They would know already that this guy is a homosexual, but he's in the closet. They already know this, right? So they send this guy to this woman. She'll fall in love with him and all of that, and then they will move some homosexuals next door to him, and then she'll lose her guy to homosexuals. She'll have to live through that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? They will give you a person that's already sick. This person is recovering from crack. He only been out the damn rehab for 2 weeks. This woman don't even know this. Send this dude into this woman's life, and now her whole life flip upside down. They really want the sicklings to infect these people. This is how a beautiful woman will be handling her business, get with a guy, and now she's smoking crack. You hear what I'm saying? There's no traces of crack inside of her family or nothing. She got infected by a sickling. They send you sick people, physically sick people. Yes, they will send you people with STDs. Some of these people know that they have STDs and they know what their mission is. They will send you people with spiritual STDs, spiritual transmitted diseases. They know damn well that this person is borderline personality or schizophrenic. They already know that this person is going to infect you with legions of demons. I remember in Long Beach, like I said, it's going to be a lot of stories in about Long Beach because that's where I got a lot of experience, made a lot of money, got a lot of testimonies. And right there in downtown Long Beach, one of the biggest draconian reptilian and mermaid headquarters. You hear what I'm saying? My homeboy, well, he wasn't a homeboy. He was just another customer. And for some reason, he sent me this beautiful woman, and she was cool and all that the first, second, third date. And all of a sudden, she just changed up. I felt like I was losing my mind just talking to her. We couldn't even talk like about anything after a while. I will ask her a question, and then it just all went left. It went so left. Let me tell you, right? She was so crazy that I was afraid to break up with her. We wasn't in a relationship, but she thought that we was. Look, she was so demonic that I had to use the bathroom. I'm talking about take a dump inside the damn toilet and leave it there. I purposely became disgusting. And that's one thing she didn't like. Look, don't just be breaking up with these crazy ass people, man. How do you break up with a crazy ass person with a STD, a spiritually transmitted disease that's carrying legions of demons? How do you break up with them when they become obsessed? Oh yeah, you best believe that she started getting sprung. How do you break up with them? You don't just say, hey, I'm out of here. I don't want to be. No, don't do that. Become disgusting. When y'all walking down the street, cover one of your nostrils and blow out a booger. And then wipe it on your shoulder. I mean, on your sleeve and say, "Give me a kiss, baby." Them crazy people don't like that. Them crazy ass people, especially crazy ass females, they do not like farts, toilet bowls full of shit, and boogers, stinky feet. Like picking your. I was started picking my feet. I remember I was cutting my toenails in front of her. She dealt my ass. I was so happy. I tricked the shit out of her ass. Look, don't never, ever, guys, and women too. Look, all of us, right? Don't never, ever accept another person from another person. How can I say that? Guys, don't never let a guy come up to you and say, "Hey, bro, I got this girl for you. She bomb." And he don't got no fine girl. Women, don't never let no female that you know say, "Oh, girl, he's so fine. I'm gonna hook you up and give you his number and all of that." Why you giving me this, bro? How many dudes you know give up fine ass females? Just give them to other guys, man. I learned my lesson. Nah, if it's that easy, I don't even want it, man. You best to believe that's one thing I noticed about the people that carries the STDs. They are easy. It's like you could just do it like listen, I remember it was another female. She was crazy as hell too. I met her. Look, she was given to me, man. That's crazy. They give us these damn people, huh? Come to think about it, she was given to me by another guy. Like, hey man, this one girl wanna talk to you, but she just don't know how to approach you. And I'm like, who? And she pop up from behind. I'm like, damn, hell yeah, she can come. His ass left, and she came in the house. I was just about to talk to her about a couple of things and probably smoke a blunt. And I was talking to her about 5 minutes and she said, "Hey, you want to fuck?" And I said, "Yup." That's when I was younger, man. I wouldn't even do that now. Hopefully, you know, you never know what will happen tomorrow, but I'm not planning on just being that damn easy now. But yeah, she was real fun, but she had multiple personalities, man. I made a video about her. What I'm trying to say is no weapon formed against us shall prosper means that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. The Most High will always give you a way out. It might just be helping the Mexican man so that your damn phone can break and you separate, disconnect from that whole thing. Another thing is you have to watch out for these STDs, sexually transmitted diseases and spiritually transmitted demons. They will send these people out here and attach to your ass. And then you getting sick and stuff. There's a lot of people out there that get sick this way. You hear what I'm saying? They be sending people with STDs to me all the time, still to this day, but not as much. Because, like I said, once you start defeating all of these tactics and can see them, then they back off. You hear what I'm saying? They don't do it as much. They're gonna always come around like a little gnat, but not as much. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Peace.